So a lot of people have asked me time and time again, Lisa, what do you eat in a typical day? And so here we go. I've laid it all out for you, and I hope that it's a good representation of what I eat. And you can see that there's lots of color, lots of variety, lots of different textures, and lots of snacking, because I don't like to feel full. I never like that feeling of feeling full, sleepy, heavy. It makes me feel lethargic, like I don't want to do anything. And often I have to quickly go and do a class, or there's some kind of exercise involved in my day. And if I have a really full belly, the last thing I want to do is go bounce on a rebounder or do a strength class or something. So lots of little snacks throughout the day to keep my blood sugar sort of stable and balanced, and to keep my energy levels up without feeling that fullness that I don't enjoy. Okay, so every single day I always start with a fruit. Within about a half an hour to an hour of waking, I'm already hungry. So I have a grapefruit and an orange, never one or the other, grapefruit and an orange sliced up. Especially in winter, I love the citrus fruit. Or I'll have a banana, just something in my tummy early in the morning. Okay, and then before I exercise, I have to have a pre-workout, especially if I haven't had a good night's sleep. Bellaboo keeps me up most of the night, interrupted sleep. So I need a little zoomer before I exercise. It could be a cup of coffee, but probably only once every month or 2 months do I actually have coffee. Most of the time it's this awesome Biogen pre-workout, and I just have a glass of that about 20 minutes before I train. Then after I've exercised, I do want to eat breakfast, which has got protein in it, but I always have a vegetable juice, and I've been doing this for the last decade. It's over here, and it contains a huge bowl of chopped up vegetables and 1 apple. So only a little bit of sugar, but a lot of veggies. And the key to digestion is to try and keep your fruits and veggies away from other foods by about half an hour. So I have this, and then I wait about 30 minutes before I have breakfast. And breakfast most of the time is going to be egg muffins. So caprese muffins, I'll have 1, or I'll have 2 if I'm really hungry and I've done a really crazy workout. Then I'll have 2 of those, which is really just egg, mozzarella, and then some kind of filling like peppers, or it'll be caprese, which has got a little bit of basil pesto or fresh basil, tomatoes, feta, something like that. So I'll have egg muffins, and then I'm hungry like an hour and a half later. So then I'll have something like this, like some seeded crackers with different types of toppings on. Sometimes the toppings are the same, sometimes get creative and the toppings are a little bit different. And then lots of water throughout the day, 2-3 liters of water, and a couple of cups of rooibos tea. I do have milk in my tea, and I do have a little bit of sugar. Otherwise, I'd rather not have it at all. Okay, so I do have rooibos tea with milk and sugar. Then lunchtime will come, and I want a proper lunch, but not too big. So this is just a typical example of something that I make quite often, which is wild rice, and then a tablespoon of pesto, work through that, and some roasted nuts, sometimes some roasted seeds, and I pull that through, and then I might have an egg on top, like a fried egg, fried with a little dash of coconut oil, or sometimes just straight like that. Okay. Then mid-afternoon, I'll normally have a protein shake with just some water, just in a shaker, and then some kind of other crackers like that. Especially if I haven't had the pesto rice or these in the morning, I will definitely have something like that mid-afternoon, and also if I don't have a class. However, if I do have a class, then I'll just have another piece of fruit, because I can't bounce on a full tummy. Then dinner is normally a salad or something light. I don't like to have a huge heavy meal at night, definitely no pastas. I don't eat meat, so it's always veggie based with a grain of some kind. I know some people don't believe in eating carbs at night, but because I exercise a lot, I actually eat carbs in almost every meal I eat, but just small portion, unrefined carbs, whole grain normally. So this kind of sort of a warm salad or a cold salad would be something that I have at night. A cup of tea always follows dinner, just to kind of just fill the gaps. And then I will always have some dark chocolate and a sachet of Super Scoop, and sometimes fizz pops. I forgot to put them out here, but if I don't have chocolate, I will have like 1 or 2 fizz pops. You know those cherry ones or apple ones that we all grew up with the sherbet inside? That really does it for me, and I know it's only like 70 calories. It does contain sugar, but it doesn't contain dairy or too much fat. So it really helps me with my sweet tooth, which is something that is in my DNA, so it's definitely not my fault. I didn't make it happen. It's in my DNA that I don't taste sweet like some people do. So I always need something sweet to make me feel satisfied. And if I have a complex meal, I will have some digestive enzymes. I'll have a sachet of those just with some water, pretty much at the same time that I eat the meal or just before. Okay, so that is kind of like me in a typical day. Lots of small meals throughout the day, some prep is required, and often I have things like caprese muffins in the fridge ready, fruit sliced and chopped in the fridge, this kind of dish ready to just fry up on a pan, ready to go. So I make enough for like 3 days at a time, and then we normally have a fresh salad or fresh meal at night. Veggie juices is something I have every single day, lots of tea, lots of water, and yeah, that's pretty much me in a day.